This story was about the battle between the exorcists of the Black Order and the Noah clan with their disciples called Akuma. The story began when the Black Order had a fight with the Akumas in one of their operations. This happened so they could get that thing called innocence, or also known as the anti-Akuma weapon. While Link was playing with the holder of innocence, who was Mr. Martin, he was being protected by the exorcists Miranda, Aristar, Lenalee, Levi, Alan and Kanda. Miranda and Aristar managed to kill an Akuma, and so did Levi. Using Kanda's 8-flower praying mantis, he also killed the other 2 Akumas. While the Akuma that was punching Miranda's barrier was also easily killed by Alan. Link was able to defeat Mr. Martin, so their group were able to get the innocence it holds. After this, they were all assigned to go to their new headquarters. There had been an all-out battle against the Nose clan led by the so-called Millennium Earl. The battle caused the destruction of their former headquarters and the death of their other members. When they got to the new headquarters, they were met by Johnny, who asked Alan to open the Ark Gate, which Bookman came out, who was also from a mission. The chief officer of the Black Order, named Kumoy, came to talk to them. Suddenly, he was followed by a high-ranking inspector of the Central Agency, named Elveli. They took Alan to a room where they suddenly used the restriction wings of a crow on him so that he could not move. Alan did what was told and thought that maybe the Central Agency still did not trust him as an ally. After they went out with the crows, Bookman assigned Levi to watch over Alan. Alan was taken to another room where General Cross, who was his master, was waiting. Alan immediately asked him about the connection of his adoptive parent, named Mana Walker, and the 14th member of Nose clan. Cross answered that the 14th member has an older brother who was always with him until he betrayed the Nose clan and was killed by Millennium Earl, and this was Mana. Then Cross suddenly called Alan as 14th, which surprised Alan and Levi. Cross even asked Alan if he really could not feel 14th in his body. Alan insisted that he did not know what Cross was saying, but Cross was able to conclude on this because Alan knew the pianist song that can move the Ark. For as far as they know, it was only 14th who knew how to play it. Alan recalled the day when he and Mana were together at the circus and they buried Mana's dog. The young Alan cried as he remembered the dog while it licked his hand. When Cross noticed that Alan was staring into nothing, he slapped him. Though still in shock, Alan asked Cross when did 14th able to transfer its memory to him. Then Cross answered that maybe it was before 14th died, where it happened that Alan was next to him at that time. Cross added that Alan's memory would gradually be swallowed until he became 14th, and there would definitely be signs of it. Alan realized that this might be the reason why Mana was comfortable around him, because he had 14th's memory. Cross approached him and mentioned that in case Alan becomes the 14th, he needed to kill someone who was close to him, and this shocked Alan. Alan tried to ask what Cross meant by this, but Cross did not say anything else to him. Before Cross came out, Alan yelled at him that he would not abandon what he promised to Mana. And that he does not care about 14th or its memory that was in him, because he was sure that whatever he feel, it was his. Meanwhile, Elveli and Komui listened again to the conversation of Cross and Alan. According to Komui, even though 14th's memories were in Alan's body, his goal was the same as theirs, to kill the Millennium Earl, so he could not consider it as a problem or as an enemy. But for Elveli, they could not use it as a basis, and there was no assurance that he would not fight them. As Elveli was about to leave, he ordered the Crow to continue their investigation on Alan. While Cross was in his room, he heard someone knocking on the door, so he took out his gun, for he felt danger. When the guards guarding Cross' room woke up, one of them immediately knocked on the door, but no one answered. Because of this, he was forced to open the door and saw the bloody body of Cross on the window. He closed the door again and ordered his companion to quickly call Director Elveli. When he opened the door again, Cross was gone and the window glass was already broken. Just a few moments after Elveli and Komui arrived in the room, Alan also came when he heard what happened. He was shocked to see the blood scattered near the window and the bloody mask of Cross. Elveli talked to Alan and suspected him as the one who attacked Cross, but Alan also told the same suspicion on Elveli. When Alan left, Elveli told Link that it might be done by the Central Agency, because of what Cross mentioned earlier. Then he summoned all the exorcists and informed them of Alan's situation, as he possessed 14th's memory. But even though it was the case, Alan would still be allowed to continue as an exorcist. This was because the Black Order still needed Alan's ability as a pianist and could not afford to lose another member. But according to Komui, if 14th woke up in Alan's body and becomes a threat to them, Alan suddenly came and continued what Komui was about to say, that they needed to kill him when it happened. One night, while in an operation, Alan listened to Cross' last wishes for him from its pet golem, named Tim. Their mission in this operation was to capture the so-called Phantom Thief G. They learned from its previous crime that this Phantom usually sent a letter first to its target place before it attacked. Since this Phantom G sent a letter to the museum where a crown was placed, the group of Alan decided to go there. The policemen were surprised when Phantom Thief G suddenly appeared and quickly took the crown. Kanda was able to knock it down and recover the crown. They were shocked that Phantom G was already at the top of the building and holding the crown. Alan suddenly attacked it, and when it got up, it threw the crown away. At the same time, Phantom G moved to Link's body. When Alan got the crown, he was attacked by Link, who was controlled by Phantom G. Alan was confused by the sudden attack. Since he did not want to hurt Link, he tried to avoid its attacks on him. When Kanda came there, G used the secret spell of a crow on Kanda. When G just laughed at the police for catching the person he used, Alan told G something that made him angry and suddenly attacked. So Alan used his weapon called Innocence and Kanda's weapon to fight against Phantom G. Alan managed to stab G, and because he did not know that the Crown Clown was impervious to a person, Phantom G panicked. After a few moments, Phantom G left Link's body. Using Marie's keen hearing, he found out G's location because of its constant crying. The next morning, they went to an orphanage that Marie pointed as G's location. When they heard a woman's scream, Alan quickly ran to the door, and when he opened it, he bumped on a child, named Timothy, who was thrown by Amelia. Because of this, G moved into Alan's body and the Phantom G turned out to be Timothy. When they got inside, they tied up both Alan and Timothy while talking to a nun and Amelia. Then Kanda and Marie told them what Timothy was doing and the thing on its forehead that they believed gave him the ability to do those things, which was the innocence. Once they could prove it, they would bring Timothy to the Black Order to make him an exorcist as well. Suddenly a barrier was activated from an insect that perched on the building. Moments later, the building was attacked. Fortunately, Alan was able to protect Timothy and the others. They saw a level 4 Akuma that immediately attacked the children, so Alan and Kanda stomped on it, then followed by Marie's attack. Alan was about to create the Arc Gate, but he was unable to do it. They decided to go downstairs to hide in the basement, but the nun and the children with her became like controlled dolls. Suddenly, a level 2 Akuma appeared and quickly grabbed Timothy. When Link rushed to attack, he was shocked that there were other Akumas too. One of them hit him, but he immediately retaliated with an attack. Link used the black-winged flame spirit and it destroyed the Akuma holding Timothy, but he too became like a doll because of the 6-second barrier. The Akumas caught Timothy again, and while he was crying, Alan spoke to him using Tim. Amelia shot the Akuma holding Timothy, so another Akuma rushed at her. Before Amelia was hit by its attack, Timothy intercepted the level 2 Akuma and stopped the attacker who wanted to hurt Amelia. He activated the divine possession of his innocence, but he was immediately attacked by the 2 Akumas, so they quickly came out of the building. He also saw his inner innocence that only he could see. He even begged his inner innocence to teach him how to defeat the Akumas in front of him. Then he attacked them until these Akumas were thrown towards Alan's location. When Timothy remembered the ability of the Akuma he possessed, he used it on his opponent and followed it with another attack, causing him to defeat it completely. But because he only possessed level 2 Akuma, its strength did not work on a level 3 Akuma. When he found out about it, he immediately left the level 2 Akuma and tried to transfer to the level 3, but unfortunately, he was not able to do it. Then the Akuma made an attack, so he immediately returned to his body and Link came to intercept this attack on him. Meanwhile, Reaver arrived at the orphanage with Inspector Galmar, who was Amelia's father, and the other exorcists were also with them. They found out that the building had a barrier, so a third exorcist, named Madarao, came to the door and they were surprised that he was able to pass the barrier easily. Due to the repeated attacks of the Akuma on the barrier made by Link and the attack of the level 4 Akuma to Alan, Link was not able to handle the situation. Before Link was hit by the Akuma, Madarao came and blocked the attack. It activated the primordial void and absorbed the Akuma in front of him. Alan and Kanda worked together to attack the other Akuma, but they were still struggling in fighting it. While bullets rained on Alan, he ordered his Crown Clown to attack the Akuma from behind and dragged it towards him. He thought that the Crown Clown would not affect him because he was a human, but Alan was surprised when he was injured by it. The Akuma was about to attack him when he touched its face, and when he spoke, the Akuma burst into tears when he mentioned Noah, and this gave Kanda a chance to attack it. Then the two of them worked together to kill this Akuma. When the group of Reaver found the insect that was the source of the barrier, they removed it immediately. Then they saw the current appearance of the building after the attack of Akumas. The group of Alan came out of there, while the nuns and children also returned to normal. As Inspector Galmar was telling Alan how he brought Timothy to the orphanage, Timothy decided to join the Black Order as an exorcist, so Amelia also decided to join too. One day, Alan dreamed of a battle that took place and that he was attacked by a Crown Clown. He saw Mana there, and while they were playing, he noticed that he no longer called him Alan. When he woke up, there was something different in his eyes, and when Lena called him, his eyes returned to normal. When Alan came out of the room, Lena remembered what she noticed about Alan's eyes earlier. After Kanda talked to Komui, he also remembered what he noticed on Alan in the previous battle. The North American branch, Chief Rennie visited Komui and she was with the two third exorcists, named Madarao and Tawaku. While Alan and Marie were doing their training, Marie was able to push Alan hard that caused him to be thrown towards the third exorcist, named Gushi. When Alan held Gushi, it responded to the innocence that was in his hand, so he was suddenly thrown by Gushi away. Link came in between them to reprimand Gushi of what it did, but Tokusa said that they were half Akuma and this was the reason why their body reacted to an innocence. Meanwhile, as they were talking to Rennie, she said how they developed the third exorcists and why they did it. Bak was very angry about it because of the previous incident during the second exorcist program, which he did not want to happen again. Among the second exorcists were Kanda and the other one named Alma Karma. One night, the policeman noticed a man asking for help. They approached this man and were surprised that it had 5 eyes, then this man killed them. It turned out to be Wisely, a member of Noah's clan and the 5th apostle. Suddenly, Millennium Earl Adam and their other members also appeared in the area. Adam said that it had been 35 years when 14th killed them, and because of the destruction of their Noah memories, it took a long time before they were reincarnated. Only the 8th apostle was not with them because he was killed immediately after being reincarnated. For 7,000 years they had been reincarnated repeatedly to join Adam or Millennium Earl in fighting the Innocents. They immediately ordered the Akumas to attack, and the exorcists of the Black Order also acted immediately to fight off their enemies. Due to the large number of Akumas, the exorcists were having a hard time to defeat them. Suddenly, the third exorcists came there and used the primordial void. It was able to absorb a lot of Akumas. While Tokusa was talking to Alan, a third apostle, named Taiki, suddenly attacked Tokusa, causing his hands to be cut off. The other apostles also appeared to other exorcists. Madarao attacked Taiki so they could escape from there. Alan noticed that Taiki had the same ability as Kanda, then Tokusa said that he hoped they could match the ability of the second exorcists. Madarao was about to try to absorb Tokusa, but Alan stopped him. Soon they were followed by Cheryl, who took Tokusa, while Alan and Madarao were attacked by Mishima and Taiki. Kanda and Tawaku faced Wisely, who did something to his memory. While conducting the conference in the North American branch, which was attended by Johnny, they saw Alma Karma. After a while, Adam and Rode attacked them. As they escaped, Cheryl managed to control them all and brought them to a room where Adam was waiting for them. Then Johnny noticed Kanda lying on the floor. When Kanda got up and saw Alma, he remembered the time when they first met. A few moments later, Alan and Taiki suddenly came there. Alan was surprised to see Johnny with the others, as well as Kanda. Cheryl also brought Tokusa there while Madarao still continued his fight with Mishima. When Adam got away and caught Alan, he said that Alan was not the only pianist left behind by 14th, but it was 14th himself, which surprised Elveli because Adam knew this. Adam found out that Alan was 14th when he talked to the Akuma whom they fought at the orphanage. Suddenly 14th woke up from Alan's body and grabbed Adam, saying that he would make sure to kill him so that he would become the Millennium Earl. Alan came back to his senses and he had a strange feeling in his body. Because he could not accept it, he headbutted Adam. Kanda managed to grab Rode and his sword from Wisely and attacked Adam, but it was blocked by Taiki. Alan kicked the coffin where Cheryl was sitting in order to help Tokusa. It turned out that Kanda just took the tie from Rode. When they were about to go to the door, it was blocked by Cheryl. Then they took Alma out, but they were surprised when Kanda did not recognize him. Kanda said that it was not Alma because Alma had been dead for a long time. Kanda got angry at Rode's words and how the Black Order made the Holy War as an excuse to use Alma. He was about to stab Rode when Wisely used its power on Kanda and Alan. When Alan woke up, he saw the moment when Alma and Kanda first met. Then the experiments that were conducted on Kanda and Alma as the second exorcists also shown to him. One day, while the two of them were together, Kanda suddenly saw a woman. After that, he suddenly lost consciousness, and since then his condition had not been stable. Alma heard from Edgar and Salin's conversation that Kanda must be put back to sleep for the meantime. Alma did not like it, so he took Kanda and ran away. The crows were able to reach them, and when their secret spell was used on the escapees, Alma kicked Kanda so that he would fall into the canal. While Bak and Marie were talking downstairs, Kanda appeared to them. When Kanda lost consciousness, the crows who were after him came there too. When they brought Kanda to a room, he then remembered his previous memories. He was a former exorcist who was killed by an Akuma. Then Alan was bothered to see how they started the process to put Kanda back to sleep. Rode came there and tried to stop Alan from being swallowed by Kanda's bad memories. Suddenly, they end up in Alma's memory as he goes to acquire the innocence to use this power and save Kanda. When Alma arrived at the abode of innocence, he was immediately attacked by crows. Because Alma was not budged, the crows tried to attack him again, and this was when Alma got the power of innocence. At the same time, he saw the real bodies that were used as test subjects to make them the second exorcist. Just a few moments after they put Kanda to sleep, he was suddenly awoken because of the memory from a body that Alma saw. It brought out the innocence, and after he took it, Kanda left the room. While thinking about whether he would kill the people in the laboratory, he saw Marie, who was about to be made a test subject to become the second exorcist. Salins immediately found out that the door to the treatment room where they locked Kanda was broken. Then Alma suddenly came to them. When Kanda accidentally poured blood on Marie's wound, it healed quickly. After hearing Kanda's voice, Marie immediately recognized him, that it was the child that he helped the other day. Since Marie could not see, Kanda tried and used his strength to lift him up. When Kanda went to a room and met Alma, he noticed many dead bodies lying on the ground. Kanda even got confused because it wanted to kill him too. Alma managed to cut off one of Kanda's arms and followed an attack on its stomach. Alma tried to kill himself as if trying to take control of his body, but his wounds healed quickly. He also attacked Marie, and after that he hugged Kanda and attacked him from behind. But after a while, Kanda made a decision on what to do. He took his innocence and attacked Alma. Then he told Alma that he decided to live even though he would need to kill him. He repeatedly attacked Alma, and Alan could not take it anymore, so he punched Kanda, causing them to wake up together with Rode. Then he saw that his colleagues were being swallowed and Alma came out and woke up. Alan was about to try to save Johnny and the others, but Cheryl used his power to stop him. When Alma could not handle what he was feeling and the things around him, he blew up the entire building. After Alma had been awoken completely, Kanda immediately confronted him. When Alan saw Tokusa and noticed the whole area that was being destroyed, he thought everyone was dead. Fortunately, he found out that no one was killed when Johnny called him because he was protected by the power of Tokusa and the others as well. As Alma approached Kanda, the cells on the body of the third exorcist reacted and gone wild because of extreme anger. When Tokusa became a monster, Alan's crown clown automatically attacked him. Even Madarao and the other third exorcists were slowly turning into monsters. In this situation, Kanda and Alma started to fight, and using Kanda's fourth illusion style, he was able to hit Alma. While Alan could not fight well against Tokusa's monster form, Adam talked to him saying that he wanted to take him, and if Alan agreed, their group would stop the fight. He added that he could remove the dark matter from the body of Alma and on the third exorcists because he was the one who created the Akumas. When Alma got up, she immediately attacked Kanda. Then Kanda suddenly remembered the woman who was supposed to be waiting for him. He used the fifth illusion style that changed the color of his hair and deflected Alma's attack. While Tokusa became aggressive when he saw Bak, and recognized it as Edgar, so it released a power that greatly affected the others in the area. In this chaos, Bak used the God Seal to summon 4, and when it came out, it saved Alan. When Taiki noticed that Alan seemed wanted to join them, he immediately attacked 4. When 4 got up, he followed it with another attack, but Alan blocked it. Bak told Alan to focus on Alma and Kanda, for they would take care of the rest. Because of this, 4 fought against Taiki, and Alan quickly went to Kanda and Alma. When Kanda attacked Alma, Alan suddenly blocked this, which surprised Alma. In Kanda's anger, he used his ripping flash claws that made Alan and Alma thrown away, and he immediately stabbed Alma. The damage that Alan received from Kanda's innocence affected him greatly that he struggled to fight again. Alma managed to fight back against Kanda, but Alan stopped him. When Kanda fell, Alma suddenly attacked Alan when he was about to go to Kanda. Alma suddenly felt something, and when he grabbed Alan, Kanda attacked them. At that point, Alan and Kanda fought, and while they were exchanging attacks, Kanda was able to stab Alan. From Alan's stab wound, the color of his body gradually changed as if it was becoming the same color of those members of Noah. Alma got up and was about to attack Kanda when Alan unleashed a powerful force and it hit Alma. Alan woke up as 14th, and all of them were alerted as they also felt the ground quake. At that moment, Adam was very happy that 14th finally woke up. In his inner self, Alan opened his eyes, then noticed that he was bound and facing a man who looked like Taiki. He introduced himself as Nia, who is the 14th and the Noah who was supposed to destroy everyone. Tim suddenly grew and broke the barrier where Alan was. When Alan returned to himself, one of his eyes saw Alma's true self and was surrounded by a chain. Alan was about to mention this when Alma stopped him. He wanted to destroy himself up in front of Kanda. When it exploded, Tokusa gone wild again, so Bak immediately stopped him while 4 and Taiki continued their fight. When Alan saw Kanda's body that was crushed, he immediately approached him. Alma wanted to look for Kanda's body because he wanted to go to him. Then he said his true feelings, that he did not want Kanda to be separated from him. Because of this, Alan picked him up and was about to go to Kanda's body, but before they could go there, Alma's body suddenly transformed into a monster. Even the other third exorcists were also affected by this. Alan suddenly heard Kanda's voice, and then he used Adam's body so he could take Kanda to Alma. Before they part ways, Kanda begged Alan to take them to the place where the two of them were sent on their first mission together. Kanda hugged Alma tightly, and when Alan came down, he immediately opened the arc gate. After Kanda and Alma entered it, Alan quickly closed the gate as well. When they got to the place that Kanda told Alan, they talked and Alma asked Kanda to watch him until he disappeared. As Bak's spirit stone got broken, 4 also disappeared. Then the third exorcist became aggressive again. Alan came there while El Veli was furious on what he did, when Alan let Alma and Kanda escape. They thought Alma was still alive, because the third exorcists had not died yet. Alan tried to save Tokusa when he was suddenly stopped by the binding feathers of Link, who just arrived there with Tawaku. Link did this because he had a strong feeling that he was seeing a different Alan compared to the one that he had been watching few months ago. Because of this, he was able to conclude Alan was a dangerous person. Alan begged Link to let him go so he could save Tokusa, but El Veli immediately objected to this and preferred to force Alan to open the arc gate again to chase Kanda and Alma. Tawaku suddenly woke up and was about to attack Alan, thinking that he killed Madarao, but Tim stopped her. Tokusa was about to attack Link, but it suddenly disappeared. When Tawaku got up, Adam's Earl arc swallowed her. Link tried to save Tawaku but was unable to reach her. Then the members of No's clan decided to leave the area. Link and Alan noticed that they were also carrying Madarao, but they were unable to save them. Because of Alan's unpredictable actions during the fight, he was imprisoned as well as Tim. While Bookman and Levy were also at No's base, who were confronted by Cheryl. This was because they found out from Rode that Bookman had a connection with 14th or with NEA. Because of what Cheryl said, Bookman immediately thought that they wanted to know 14th's weakness because Adam assigned them to protect it. Link was summoned by their senior officials to give a report about Alan and their search for Kanda. Link said that Alan had not yet answered their questions and he only drinks water every time food was delivered to him, thinking that poison was being mixed with his food. While at the dining area, Timothy and the others did not have appetite to eat because of what happened. They also felt pity on Alan for what the Central Agency was doing to him. But because they wanted to help Alan, they forced themselves to eat so they could gain their strength. After everyone ate, Link went to Jerry. He asked him to cook porridge and then he brought it to Alan. This was to prove to Alan that nothing such as poison was mixed with its food. Because of this, Alan ate. Then Link talked about his past with Madarao and the other third exorcists. Link told him that he should be the one to blame for what happened to the third exorcists because he was the one who gave the dark matter to Elveli. Then Alan understood how Link felt and shared about his feelings and also about 14th. Alan suddenly felt something strange and his color changed when 14th awoken in him. A cardinal arrived there and Link noticed that the guards outside were unconscious and lying on the ground. When the cardinal held Alan and was going to do something, Adam suddenly woke up and activated Alan's innocence. Link was about to stop the cardinal but it got ahead of him because of its extreme speed. Alan attacked the cardinal who was struck in its forehead but was not affected by his attack. It approached Alan and when the cardinal touched him, Alan saw in a memory that it was the one who attacked Cross before. As the cardinal continued on hurting Alan, Taiki suddenly came there and quickly attacked the cardinal. When Taiki took down the cardinal, Rode came too and approached Alan. But the cardinal rose again and gradually changed its form. According to Taiki, it was said to be an independent type of innocence called apocryphos. While Elveli and Linali were talking to Komui about the detention of Alan, they were surprised when they saw that the third exorcists who were now on No's side were already outside. Taiki tried to fight against the apocryphos but when it was able to stop Taiki's attack, Alan suddenly attacked apocryphos. Alan asked it if he was the one who killed Cross because he saw a memory of the incident. To quench his curiosity, the apocryphos told Alan that Cross would sacrifice him for the sake of the 14th. Alan's crown clown reacted again and when the apocryphos was about to attack Alan, Rode immediately blocked it. Link attacked the apocryphos and released Tim to help Alan escape so Taiki also forced himself to escape. After Link's bomb that pierced on the apocryphos exploded, Tim escaped while carrying Alan and Rode then Taiki helped them too. In Apocryphos' rage on what Link did and on the escape of Alan, he attacked him. Meanwhile, other crows saw Tawaku and they were also being attacked. After knowing the entry of the two Noahs into the headquarters and confirming that Alan joined them, Komui formally declared Alan's suspension as an exorcist and considered him as a Noah. When Elveli's group went to Alan's prison, they saw Link's murdered body lying on the ground. While the cardinal that they fought in the prison was out to chase after Alan. Elveli closed the prison door and ordered the guards to leave and were also instructed to report it to the superior and blocked the area immediately. When the guards left, Elveli also told Rennie to be careful. Rennie and Bak left the place while Elveli and Zu stayed behind. Meanwhile, Linali also came out of the headquarters to chase after Alan. When reaching an island, Alan's group decided to rest but Taiki wondered why Rode had not regained her consciousness yet. Taiki suddenly felt that someone was approaching them. So he wanted them to leave the island immediately but Alan did not want to go because he still considered himself as an exorcist and he would not go to No's base. Once again, Alan's innocence was activated by itself so Taiki took Rode from him. It turned out that it was trying to communicate with the apocryphos. Taiki intended to remove it from its body but Alan avoided and refused to let him do it. While the exorcists chased after the Noahs and Alan, they were confronted by the third exorcists and the Akumas. On the other hand, Linali faced the other Akumas causing her to stop from her pursuit on Alan. Because of the different noises that Marie heard, he found it difficult to trace Alan's location. They felt that someone had put up a barrier in the area, so they wondered who did it. After the explosion of the charms of flame feathers, they only realized that they were surrounded by fire created by the third exorcists. Madarao released the vengeful Akuma who immediately attacked the exorcists. While Linali was fighting against the Akumas, Komui tried to contact and spoke to her. She was assigned to chase the 14th because the other exorcists were already stranded and were currently fighting the third exorcists. But he admitted that he still believed that Alan was not a Noah because he witnessed its sacrifices to save others as an exorcist. An Akuma attacked the golem she was with, causing an interruption in their conversation. When she defeated the Akuma, Tokusa appeared to tell her not to chase after Alan because like them, Alan would also be an ally of the Millennium Earl. After Tokusa left, Linali fought more Akumas that came out to attack her. As the group of Alan heard the explosions from the battles, Taiki sensed that the apocryphos was coming near them. So he told Alan that if he still wanted to stay as an exorcist, he should not return to the Black Order and fix the monster inside his body. When Tyche left, Alan realized his situation under the Black Order. Rode suddenly woke up and spoke to tell Alan about the secret of how Nia fought for Mana. After what Rode revealed to him, she gradually disappeared. Then he decided to follow Tyche's advice and used the Arc Gate to go to a place where the Black Order and Noahs could not follow him. Before he could enter the gate, Lena arrived. Because Lena did not want Alan to leave, he came close and hugged her. Alan told her that no matter what happened, he still considered himself as an exorcist and the Black Order was still his home. Then he entered the gate and Lena could not do anything about it. In the past, it showed the day when Cross took Alan to a church after Mana died. A nun and a person named Barbara lived there too. Because of too much sadness that Alan felt, it had not been easy for him as every day passed. Cross stood as Alan's foster father, and because he did not know how to take care of a child, Cross had a hard time raising him. At present, while at the church, the nun wondered if Cross was still alive. Suddenly, someone knocked on their door and when Barbara opened it, it was Alan who came and seemed weak. When Tyche returned to Noah's base, he informed Cheryl of Rhodes' disappearance after doing her best to protect Alan. He also mentioned about the Apocryphos that was still following Alan. Cheryl could not accept what happened to Rhodes just because she chose to protect Alan. So he asked Bookman what was the relationship between Rhodes and 14th in the past because he knew Bookman must have knowledge about it. He attacked Levi to force Bookman to talk but Levi, though being hurt, ordered Bookman not to give any information to the Noahs. When the day came for the mission of the Black Order to find Alan, Lena and Marie talked to each other. Lena expressed her regret that she sided with the Black Order over Alan. But Marie understood how she felt because they share a common bond with everyone in the Black Order. When they were going back to the headquarters to open the gate, they saw Kanda. Because of this, they both burst into tears as Kanda approached them. They immediately returned to the headquarters and Kanda went to Zu, who was always in bed because due to his weakness and was holding onto Kanda's innocence. Kanda activated it, then it reawakened and returned to its sword form. Kanda also decided to join the mission to find Alan. After recovering from his injuries, Alan also decided to leave the church. But because of Nia's personality in his body, he also always had difficulty in controlling his innocence. In addition to this, the Akumas were constantly showing up and attacking him wherever he goes. This was the last episode of D-Gray Man Hallow Season 1. I hope you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss newly uploaded videos. Thank you.